Hey there, good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. Beginning of the week time, so we're doing an episode of this week in which we talk about the shows on the channel that are coming out in the week we are in, which is from July 13th till 19th. This is episode number 153. So God, we've been at it for 3 years with this particular episode. Although the channel is probably about a year older than that. So about 4 years now I've been on. And it'll be in August. It'll be my 4-year anniversary of doing this. It's exceeded what I hoped it would. I didn't actually know what I would get into. I knew that I had listened to a lot of music, but once I saw what other people were listening to, I realized that I wasn't even close, right? But this is all part of perspective, right? So now I've got a fairly decent collection here of stuff that I like, with probably three times as many albums out there that I want as I have. So I don't think that's abnormal for people like me, anyways. So the episode we're doing today, this week, I do every Sunday, try to get it out by noon. Couple things cause that to slow down. Usually a late starting time because of other stuff in the morning on Sundays, or uploading time. I think a lot of people do on Sunday morning are on the internet in the building, so it probably takes up some of the time, I would assume. So what we normally do here is we talk about what's going on the channel as far as the regular shows that come on every day throughout the week. And then we have the series that we're running for the particular month. In this case, it's July, so we'll be talking about that. I also talk about anything that might be upcoming in the future. And I usually start off with any problems I had in the previous week. So I had several late videos this week, mostly due to work getting in late. It was uh, trying to get stuff done before the video time is made. I've got a whole whack of stuff that has to be done. So, but some of the videos were late. It wasn't intentional. I think the look back at a classic one was for sure. Maybe favorites. I can't remember exactly which ones. I do apologize for that. And one video or a live stream I had to cancel yesterday morning because for some reason they decided on a Saturday morning to do jackhammering and drilling in the apartment above me. So that, of course, made it impossible. I did do the masterpiece album or Battle of the Masterpiece albums, even though there was some drilling going on. I tried to get that in there on time, but it was late because of the drilling and stuff. But other than that, it went pretty good. Now he seems to be finished. So hopefully that won't be a problem next week. So anyways, we're gonna go on. So those are the issues I had. We're gonna go on to the channel shows for the week now. So of course this is the first one, so it will come out probably at this point in time. I'd say probably in the 12 to 12:30 range. Um, the next show up is a live stream tonight at 8 o'clock into the Prog verse. Most people know about this who've been watching the channel. We are going to do a topic, something I haven't done, I think, on the channel. Usually I do my collections, or I might pick an anniversary. Last week we did the two Rush album anniversaries, but this week we're going to do a topic: who are the greatest progressive rock vocalists out there? Who are the ones that come to mind for you? And we're going to talk about them. As it's not limited to any set group of people or any number or anything like that. If you want to talk about any particular vocalist, I'm willing to talk about them, or why I like them, why I don't like them. Um, I have my own list of who I think are the best. Probably won't come as a surprise to most people when they hear it, but we're going to be doing that for live stream into the Progverse. Who are the greatest rock progressive vocalists of all time? That will be Sunday at 8 o'clock. Next show up is look back at a classic rock album. So we're going to do something that I've been thinking about for a few months now, and then somebody brought it up again on the live stream last week, I think it was. So it's just confirmed to me that some of them need to be redone. So we're going to do, there's probably about 30 of my original look back at a classic rock albums that I really wasn't pleased with because I at that point in time, although I was talking about the albums, I still didn't have any kind of format as to how to do it. I was just going on basically what I knew about the albums. So now I want to do them more in the format that I use now, where I kind of talk about the albums in general and um, break them down song by song. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't, depending on the album. If the album is more of a concept album, I tend to not do that as much because concept album needs to be tied together, not broke down. And I usually give you all the pertinent information on the band. So this time we're going to do the first of a redo. I'm not going to do them every every week. I may do one a month, or I may do one every couple of months till I get them all done. There's no hurry to get them done. We're going to redo the Songs from the Wood album from Jethro Tull. I believe this was the first episode of this particular show, look back at a classic rock album that I did on Jethro Tull's Songs from the Wood. So we will do that this week. And I think it's apropos because um, we are getting close to those top album, the final battle, and I believe this album is one of them, or maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I think I might be wrong, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, I wanted to redo it now because we're getting close to that time. So that will be on Look Back at a Classic Rock Album, Monday at 8. The next show is a mini series that Ben and me put on together. He basically picks the topic, and we came up with a formula of how we wanted to handle it and what the title would be. So the title of this series is One Question, and he gives me a question and then I try to answer it. Basically, it's been in the form of lists so far. I think it'll probably end up just being in the form of a list. This list he's asked for is the 10 best albums released in the late in the careers of these classic rock bands. So yeah, so I think we'll be doing that episode this week on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Next show up is Favorites. This is another one of the long-standing shows on the channel. Comes out midweek Wednesday. Um, this week I've picked a topic. I've gone back to a 5 episode, so we're doing 5 bands with near perfect discographies. Surprising, that um, I listen to a lot of bands, but every single one of most of the bands I listen to has at least that one, in most cases, multiple albums that I don't care for in their discography. So I'm going to pick out pick out 5 bands who I think have not really any bad albums in their collection. And I know some of the bands I already want to pick. So we'll be doing that Wednesday at 8 o'clock. So next is the first live stream or second live stream of the week, which is Hammer of the Gods. This will be the second episode. First episode aired last week. It was a very short one because it's just kind of an introduction video, and we talked about the song Hammer, the title, and about the song I got the title from. And so this week we're going to feature, and I didn't show my things for the other one, but that's okay. We're going to feature Iron Maiden on this show. Now, I do have a vast majority of the Iron Maiden albums out there. There's a few I still don't have, but we are going to talk about Iron Maiden. I'll probably go through in chronology a little bit of about their albums and what I know about them and about the band's history and the members of the band and that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in Iron Maiden, that would be a good show to show up for. So that will be Thursday at 8. Next is Friday at 8. Who Did It Better? This is another show that me and Ben put on together. We do 2 together, this one and the miniseries One Question. So this one will go on for some length of time. So basically what we do is he picks a song and I listen to both versions by 2 different artists and decide which one I like better. So this is All the Young Dudes is the name of the song, and the artists are David Bowie and Mott the Hoople. So I'll be curious to see which one I like of that. I do believe I've heard this song before by Bowie, but I'm not 100% sure. I have to listen to it yet to kind of get that feeling. So that will come out February, Friday at 8 o'clock. Now we go on to Saturday, which tends to be the biggest day of the week for me. Lots of stuff going on on Saturdays. So of course we'll have the live series, weekly series video or the monthly series video, which will be out in the morning. But generally speaking, the regular shows include um, the 12 o'clock Battle of the Masterpiece albums. We're getting down to the nitty gritty now. This will be the fourth and final semifinal, which will feature these four albums, which I'm going to show you. Black Sabbath's Heaven and Hell, Kiss solo album by Ace Frehley, Rush's Fly By Night, and Paul Simon's Graceland, which is the only album in the semifinal that didn't actually win the first round. He was a second in that, but he got in primarily because I needed that extra one to make it a four. So we had four even battles. And so that album is in there. So we have four of them, and that will be the final of the semifinals. The winner of that will go on to the finals the following week. So far, we have a couple of Styx albums in there, which really kind of surprised me. I wasn't expecting that, but that's what happened. Next up is a show that will come out around 4. This is Outliers. It's been moved to this slot. It used to be on Thursday night. And I've picked this album, although I'm not really sure this really qualifies 100% as an outlier. Thunder and Lightning from Thin Lizzy. The reason it's not really an outlier because it's kind of their last album, but it definitely is different than most of the rest of their stuff. So we're going to do that one for Outliers, which will come Saturday at 4 o'clock. Also, next up is Saturday at 8 o'clock. Saturday at 6 o'clock, which is Playlist. For most of you know, I do this show once a month, usually the middle of the month. So this is a little past that. It's the 19th when this comes out. And basically, I talk about what I'm listening to in my playlist, what new albums have come into the playlist, what albums that were in the playlist that had come out, talk about some of my listening stuff that I've been doing on the side. And then also, we'll give you a top 5 favorite albums currently on the playlist. So that's it. Sorry, forgot. The next show, What's New? So we did last week, we did Ekelund's Time Silent Radio 2. This week we're going to do Time Silent Radio, I believe it's 7. And we'll be doing those two. We'll be doing that for this week on What's New, and we'll come out at 8 o'clock on a Saturday. The playlist comes out at 6 o'clock. I had to move it to 6 because of the move for Outliers to 4. Okay, so that's it for the regular shows for the week, and now also for the series for the month of July, which is my top 31 favorite rock albums released in 1969. We have another 7 episodes to do this week. That series seems to be going well. I think most people are enjoying it, as I am, because it gets a chance to revisit a bunch of albums that I either have never owned or have owned but haven't listened to in a long time. And some of them, many of them, this has opened the door for many bands for me that I had previously kind of put aside when I did that video not too long ago of 25 bands that I don't follow. Some of these bands were bands that were on that list, and I decided that, maybe I should correct that. So a few of them I have been listening to try and see if I like them enough, and a few of them have made it in here. So we got some interesting ones this week. So hopefully it'll be an interesting week for people who like that morning series. It's a quick one too, which is good. Most of the videos in this one are between 3 and 5 minutes in length, so not really that long. So can hold your attention for 4 or 5 minutes. I'm happy. So that series, of course, will continue till the end of July, and then we'll start a new series in August. I have a couple of ideas of what series I will be doing in August, but I won't bring them up till next week. I'll leave that till then. So the only other thing is in the future is the live stream that we were supposed to do yesterday morning. 70s hard rock rankers, which was going to feature Kiss's 1970s discography. I was going to rank that. I still have it stacked here, but because of the noise thing, I couldn't do it. So I'm now going to switch that show to Sunday. So it won't be on this week, but it'll be on the following Sunday. But the preview for it will come out. I will do that when I do the live stream tonight. I'll do all three of the previews for the three live streams tonight. So that will come out Sunday morning at 9. So basically, it's gone from Saturday at 9 to Sunday at 9. And the reason being is I don't really quite know what's going to happen, and there's no notices anywhere about anything happening. But maybe because it's a localized, they don't put up notices. They only put up for all the work that they're doing otherwise. So, anyways, we're going to do that Sunday at 9 a.m. So that'll be on next week, but it'll actually come out prior to this week. So hopefully, um, having the setup showing on the channel will help to get people aware of it. So, anyways, I hope to see you all throughout the week. It's been an interesting week. Had a kind of a blow up on my channel yesterday. Lots of people liked the 2 or 3 videos I put out, which is good. That's showing that I'm gaining some interest in some of the topics. I find, I don't know if in you, but I find certain topics are much more um, liked than others. But I'm not doing this channel to get so much the likes as I am to talk about the stuff that I like and that I think other people might find interesting. So, anyways, I hope to see you all throughout the week. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want to leave any comments in the comment section below, you are more at liberty to do so. I try to answer everything. If it requires an answer, I will answer it. And we will see you throughout the week. Take care and have yourself a good day, good night, and goodbye from Prog Monster.